Okay, this is House of the Dead. It's a companion quest for Emmrich. Check the description for timestamps for the chests that we get, and I think there's like one rune.
Hi, Emmrich. You've got a guest.
Ah, Rook. You remember the Hand of Glory?
Hard to forget. You figure out what those Venatori who broke into the necropolis were doing with it?
The Hand is how they broke in. The simpler undead are blind to its bearer when its tapers are lit. Sadly, only a death mage could have provided them with this forbidden necromancy.
If they're helping the Venatori, that has to stop.
Agreed. I've made some inquiries. This man is one of the death mage's victims. If he knows where this rogue necromancer is hiding, my corpse whispering will give us the answer.
Feel awful for him.
That's a bad way to die.
The other watchers are attempting to find his family, at the least. I must warn you, it will be harder to coax answers from this poor man than from the dead I spoke to in the necropolis. Let flame rekindle your sight. Let breath and light rise again. Who did this to you?
Eyes hidden, dust and gold.
Give us a name.
They come for this one. The spirits shriek. They come.
A name?
Blackthorn.
Return to your rest.
No one should die that way.
We've got to stop this. Whoever killed him wasn't gentle.
Wondrous and terrifying are the revelations of the dead.
Did that name he said mean anything?
Blackthorn Manor is an abandoned country house outside Navarra City. Our victim mentioned spirits. If they've also fallen prey to forbidden magic, they'll need our help as well. Let's depart for Blackthorn when you're ready. I'd like to speak to the necromancer behind all this.
Okay, we're gonna head to Navarra. Emmrich is required. Now, there is a wide variety of enemies in this quest that are weak to cold, fire, and necrosis. So, I wanted to take Nev initially until I realized that her abilities mirror Emmrich, so I couldn't. They didn't have a combo. So I'm going to take Davrin, because we've got cold, fire, and necrosis weaknesses all over this place. So as long as you sort of have one of the three kind of covered, then we should be good. I should be good with Davrin.
So, Blackthorn Manor. Let's hope that necromancer working with the Venatori is around.
There's a malaise amongst the spirits here. Some form of confinement. This must be the place.
Right. So why'd we bring that?
Oh, it's essential we have the Hand of Glory.
Trust you on that.
I'm just grateful you know what to do with it.
It's a fascinating piece. The magic laid upon a Hand of Glory is complex. Whoever killed its donor left their mark.
So it'll lead us to whoever cut it off?
Precisely. Most likely the necromancer who's been helping the Venatori. It would have taken extraordinary skill to layer the involutions on this artifact. What a waste of talent.
And the person.
Bet whoever owned that hand agrees with you.
We'll put an end to whatever's happening in this manor. That, I promise. Forbidden necromancy can twist spirits. We must find this death mage and stop whatever they've done to them.
Okay, first we're gonna go into the Mausoleum. Stoddard Ludlow. We're in here for that and one other chest. Now we are going to fight Protected Shade and the Groundkeeper in here. In that room. The Protected Shade is weak to cold, but they're more of a minion. The Groundskeeper is who you want to really focus on, and he is weak to fire. So I currently have fire. Oh, let me swap this over. Get my meteor on. Good thing I looked. Groundskeeper, vulnerable to fire, resistant to cold. Protected Shade, vulnerable to cold, resistant to necrosis. So that's who we've got. Alright, now that the cover is off, let's go ahead and combo on Weekend.
Can't see.
I'm gonna go immune. Ow, you cheater, pumpkin eater. Oh my god. I thought he went into that darkness and I wasted the combo, but it looks like I didn't. Groundskeeper. Combo opportunity.
That's on.
God, this room.
Masterfully done, Rook.
Trouble behind you.
Did you notice? There are far fewer corpses here than there should be.
Where are they?
I suspect
Dragonfire
the necromancer
Catalyst,
in this place
that's
has
nice.
already helped themselves to these crypts.
Okay, here's our first chest. Recruits War Hat. Light for helm wearers. Numbing Herbs. It's a trinket for Tosh. Go ahead and equip that. I don't even think she has a trinket. Alright. Onto the house. And I'm going to switch my build to cold. Because we are going to run into more shade inside. Give me given how often we change, it would be really cool to have like loadout. There's a loadout option, is there? Cold. Switch a ring over. There it is. We'll leave that one on. Okay.
Well, if there's a rogue necromancer here, they forgot to lock the door.
The Hand of Glory's magic points inward to the northeast.
Let's go look.
All these doors are
This place is
locked
almost
for
as clear as
now.
a magic hand.
This door will unlock later and get us onto the balcony that had that ladder. But right now they're locked.
Locked tight.
Maybe there's a key?
These sigils. They can't be.
There's some minor stuff around up here. I know there is. There's just so many little things, it's just easy to get it all confused. There. And then be sure to check the glass coffins.
Necromantic evocation with an inversion in the higher seals. Our rogue necromancer has hidden something terrible behind this door.
Can you open it?
The door's seals are drawing on magic elsewhere in the manor.
Tale of the Blackthorns. History of Blackthorn Manor.
Fueled by suffering,
Let's put an end to that. And get this door open.
the Hand of Glory points to the
Skeleton
northeast
key?
and southwest.
Okay, calm down, Staten, and just pick up the ore. Thank you. Notes and calculations. And then this is the stairwell we came down. Abandoned study.
Have you noticed anything strange about the Fade itself here?
It's like places in Arlathan where the old elves did a lot of magic.
The spirits press closer than they should.
Alright, then we're going to get a chest up there. And if you need to fill your ultimate... I don't think I do. Fill my health, though. Alright, we'll get that. Striking Misfortune, light armor. A hearty potato. We Okay, we are going to be fighting some frenzied shade in here. I've switched to cold, right? Yeah, okay. Frenzied shade, greater frenzied dead.
No! What have they done?
Oh, this looks bad.
There's another
Sacrifices,
ultimate if you
both
need it.
spirit and human.
And demons.
Okay, so we've got frenzied shade, which is vulnerable to cold and resistant to necrosis. Not really need to combo, I guess.
Now what?
I must free the spirit bound here.
Emmrich?
Someone's been harvesting their terror. Their souls! How dare they? What are they? Come, I can sense another spirit trapped here in the mansion.
Actually, we can go this way.
Look at the door. Freeing one spirit has already weakened its seals.
Oh, yeah.
Halfway there.
Lights are gone.
Tall ceilings, nice furniture, candles that light themselves. This place has everything.
Well, it's been abandoned for years. Perhaps the house itself is glad for our company.
Well, tell it we're not moving in.
Another victim.
Demons, too!
Okay, devouring shade.
Here we go! Watch out! On your right!
Taking fire!
Alright, devouring protection. I'll get a combo on him now that his barrier is gone.
Son, on that!
That one! Quickly!
Incoming!
Fortify. Stop interrupting me. I love the Fortify rune.
I must.
The Fortify rune is so nice. Mournful
Excellent.
Band.
All safe?
Trinket. Another ultimate if you need it.
You okay?
Someone's been stealing the life, the essence, of people who knew they were facing death.
There's a ladder, so in case you forgot the mausoleum, you
persist,
could head out and go
but
get
the door
that.
we saw earlier should be unsealed.
Hope that necromancer we're after is behind it.
Okay, we're gonna head into the storage room for a little bit of looting.
People wouldn't leave a place as fancy as this for nothing. Why is it abandoned?
No one knows why the Blackthorns abandoned their manor. Rumor hinted at a family tragedy. A perfect spot for our wayward necromancer to work unnoticed.
Alright, so get off. Another ultimate if you need it. Twist of the veil. Mage knife.
On your guard.
Greater Undead Warrior. Let's apply Quietus on him.
There, finish them, rope. Make it hurt.
Okay, so now you can see on the map that interacting with that door puts a lock on it. I have not been able to unlock this door yet, but I've also only sort of finished this quest, but I also couldn't come back to Navarra. But that was like right away. So as time passes, Navarra may open up again and allow us to come back, because the door does stay locked. The entire time I checked it at the end too, before going back to the lighthouse.
There's a fight ahead.
I also didn't see this. Researcher's coat. Notebook.
That note hints at the root of the tragedy that befell this place. Quis est ista qui uvenet? An old invocation, and dangerous.
What did it summon?
Something best not described, lest we renew its attention.
Helm of Light and Shadow appearance. Oops.
Feels like there's eyes on us.
This section of the house seems displeased to host new guests. Perhaps we've discovered a hint of what drove away the Blackthorns.
Pursuant Implements, common appearance. If you need another ultimate potion. I forgot this on the way in. This is to the right of the door. Back to the library.
All the seals have been extinguished. Excellent. Let's open that door.
Okay, one of the first things we're going to run into is a rage demon, so make sure I have cold on. A rage demon with greater frenzy dead.
Someone's torn a path into the Fade. It's imperative we find and stop this necromancer from keeping the Fade open.
Right with you. We don't need demons flooding the countryside.
Wisps aren't usually this angry.
This necromancer we're after corrupted it. Fortunately, I can calm the poor things when they're in this state. Onwards. Hand of Glory still points the way.
Another ultimate potion if you need it. Warden Wings, common appearance. Okay, so in here we're going to have a greater rage demon. I love it. This is the little note that told me, treasure, try down. That's like what made me look down there in the first place. It's like, oh, what's this say? Okay, so we're going to have a greater rage demon, which is weak to cold and strong to fire, accompanied by greater frenzy dead, which are weak to necrosis. So we are going to focus on the rage demon as much as possible.
Into the Fade.
If he'll hold still.
Under rage demon.
The way will open until we defeat them.
I don't know where he went.
Way to fight, Rook.
All I did was dodge, but thank you. Okay, now that his armor is off, we are going to combo with Weakened. And I'm going to hit him with an Ice Blast because you can sort of see he's vulnerable to cold. So I'm going to hit him with the Ice Blast as well.
That's the last of them.
If you get rid of him, the others sort of
We're on the
disappear.
right trail.
Totally
Rogue
worth the
necromancer
focus
knows
on him.
Exactly where we are. Why have they gone to such lengths to drain power from spirits?
Ink splattered note. Help, 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 help. Frontline plated mail heavy armor. Excuse me, gentlemen. The Obverse of Reality Codex entry for the Mornwatch. Mornwatch? And while we're in here, I'm going to switch over to fire. I've got one of the other. Glaciate, and I've got my Fortify. Wait, do I have my meteor? I need my meteor. Yeah, I've got my meteor. We are going to be fighting the Greater Despair Demon, which is weak to fire.
Down there, more victims.
I don't see that rogue necromancer yet.
I suspect they're nearby. Let's inspect their handiwork.
Late as always, Professor.
It can't be.
But what else would one expect from Navarra's most eminent meddler?
Johanna Hesenkos.
You've met?
Oh, the Professor and I have known each other for ages. But only one of us realized the Watchers are no place for a mage with ambition.
Ignore her, Emmrich.
She's just trying to needle you.
Johanna always did make a sport of it.
Resentful prattling from the one left behind.
No. The stolen life in that lantern could permanently tear open the Fade here.
Correct. Only the foolhardy would shed blood near it in this state. So, let the Watchers mourn your pathetic death in the Fade, Emmrich Volkaren. Those that are left after my return.
No. What is she planning?
Okay, we have a Greater Despair Demon, which is why I switched to fire back in the little library room. And accompanied by Voltaic Shade, who are vulnerable to cold. We are going to focus on the Greater Despair Demon and get rid of them first. Get rid of the barrier.
Yes, Johanna took the lantern away.
And now with their barrier gone, I'm going to combo and follow up with my trusty meteor.
That one, quickly!
Go away, little one. I'm focusing on the back.
Rook's taking a beating.
I'm good.
Ready again.
What did Hesenkos do to that spirit?
I'll try freeing it, but I fear the worst.
Pick that up, because that's the Defy legendary rune. Which, if the game will let me in... Oh, good. Sometimes it thinks you're still in combat. You take no damage from your current target for 10 seconds. I use Fortify a lot, which grants me invulnerability for, like... I don't think it's 10 seconds. I feel it's like 5. But at any rate, which is similar, but I think this one is just whoever you're targeted on, maybe. At any rate, there's the Defy Rune. While he's doing that.
Nothing.
Hermetic Pendulum Stave for Emmrich. I already have that equipped, so he just got an upgrade. Nice.
The spirit, its essence, is gone. Johanna's trapped it in her lantern.
Then let's find her. There's no way out.
What now?
The Fade always provides a way forward. We only need to search for it.
Then let's get looking.
One
A candle.
candle.
This wasn't here before.
Oh, let me think. We're in a receptive eddy of the Fade, and since Johanna's spirit summoning has already focused its mana, do you recall the ritual we performed in the...
Here's that last candle.
Excellent. Place them on the pedestals, if you would.
That's an ultimate potion.
Drift upon the echoes of the... Let them form a new configuration. And with that...
Don't know if this bridge is even real, but I'll take it.
We must find Johanna once we're out of here. This
Kroot's
rift in
War
the...
Hat. Ooh. Versus enemies with high health.
Fade will lie open until we deal with her.
That's back the way we came.
You insufferable nuisances! How did you get out so quickly?
Okay, let's switch over. Now we're going to be fighting... We'll swap one of these over. We are going to be fighting Rampant Ego.
Where's Hezenkos's voice coming from?
The Hand of Glory resonates. It's pointing to the main hall.
Let's go.
I can feel Johanna summoning hostile spirits. That portal into the Fade won't close until we defeat them.
But we still can't attack Hezenkos herself while she's holding that lantern.
The entire countryside would be torn apart in a maelstrom.
Okay, so this is the last chance you have to switch over to Necrosis.
So you crawled your way out of the Fade.
It's not difficult for those who treat spirits better than tools to an end, Johanna.
Sentimental drivel. You may have stopped my work here, but Navarra City will know its new ruler.
I think you need help.
Look, that lantern's dangerous. Why don't we talk about this?
Dangerous to those who fail to realize what can be done with it! Though the professor clearly avoided mentioning his old colleague in exile.
We made every attempt to bring you to reason.
I gave you every chance to join me instead of whining endlessly about your mortality. But I must thank you for returning something dear to me. Lovely to have my hand back. had exchanged it with the Venatori for some favors after entering this condition.
Johanna, what have you done?
What you never had the courage to.
Okay, Rampant Ego. Vulnerable to necrosis, resistant to electric. We're gonna get his barrier off first. And then combo opportunity, and I'm gonna hit him with corrupted ground. Oh, I actually meant to get the other one. Corrupted ground isn't bad.
Johanna's escaped again.
Tell me why she has no eyes?
Afterwards, Rook.
Why am I facing the wrong way?
You're injured.
Alright, fortify. One more. Ooh, that was delicious. Jesus.
It's over. Emmrich, still sense anything wrong?
We were successful. Johanna's magic no longer changed the spirits, and the Fade is still.
Great. Okay. But let's talk about...
Funeral Finery for Emmrich. Detonations leach 50% of their damage.
Back at the lighthouse.
At least we freed those spirits from their suffering. Shall we depart?
Let's go.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
Gladly. Oh, the Song of the Chambers won't have anything on what Johanna's... Perhaps the Waking Scrolls? No. Manfred, have you seen the Fellmarch manuscripts?
Need any help?
You and Manfred need an extra pair of eyes for... whatever this is?
I suppose it's time I explained this mess.
He moved in a lot.
Johanna
but-
Hesenkos was a watcher. She was banished for embracing the darker paths of our art. Forbidden magic, blood sacrifice, nothing is beyond her if it leads to power, recognition, or both.
It sounded like you knew her before all that.
We were friends, once.
Must be rough.
I guess it was a shock to see her back there then.
An unexpected reunion. It wasn't always like this. She truly was brilliant, and we got on so well as students. We partnered on papers, rituals, research. Yet even then, Johanna considered the Watcher's oaths quaint. This isn't the first time we've crossed paths since she was exiled, but now I fear she's turned herself partly undead.
It's tragic.
Even after what she's done, I feel a little bad for her.
Well, undeath isn't always a disadvantage. But yes, you saw Johanna's Lantern of Unwilling Souls. A necromancer could create monstrous undead with that much stolen life.
Hesenkos was yelling a lot about conquering Navarra City.
We must stop her, Rook. Thank you,
You
Manfred.
tell him, Manfred.
Quite right. The Order's knowledge will see us through.
Hesenkos had been stopped. For now. But she had big plans for Navarra. City conquering, new ruler plans. And while she had some regrets about long-lost friendships, she knew her greatest invention was going to bring down the house.
Mornwatch strength. Some codexes. There you go. House of the Dead.